That fight, that performance from Charles Oliveira was a fucking goddamn disgrace. That shit was actual fucking trash. How the fuck are you going to fight for a BMF title and go out there and hug Max Holloway for fucking 25 minutes? Not even trying to fucking make the fight entertaining. Not even trying to put on a show. It's the fucking BMF title, not the fucking boring piece of shit lay on top for fucking 25 minutes and do absolutely fucking nothing trying to go for a finish. Bro. I don't have words. I don't have fucking words for how terrible that was from Charles Oliveira. I can't even believe it. I can't even believe it. I had no idea that Charles Oliveira was capable of going out there and doing something so fucking cowardly and fucking just terrible. That was fucking absurd. Charles Oliveira, you absolutely fucking suck. Ilia Topuria is the BMF champ. Ilia Topuria knocked Charles Oliveira the fuck out 7 months ago. And all Charles Oliveira did was just go out there and lay on top of Max Holloway for fucking 5 rounds. That was boring as fuck. Actual garbage. That was stupid. That Islam versus JDM. Hamzat versus DDP. Oliveira versus Holloway. That shit was trash. That shit was boring as fuck. And that was a garbage ass fucking fight, dude. Joe Rogan is like, oh, everybody's a casual. Go watch kickboxing. Go fuck yourself. All right. People want to watch entertaining fucking fights. Nobody wants to watch that lay and pray fucking bullshit. I went from a fan of Charles Oliveira to his biggest hater. I want to see him get shinned in the rest of his fights he has in his career. Dude, that shit was fucking terrible. That was abysmal. That was an embarrassing performance. Whole card was weak as well. I mean, Luke Fernandez getting fucking exposed and selling everybody's parlays was fucking abysmal, but it was an entertaining moment. Dante Johnson, Cody Brundage, fucking terrible. Let me see. I mean, RoboCop getting the knockout over Bruno Fajeda was sick. Drew Dober getting his fucking melanin KO was sick. Raul Rosas Jr. versus Rob Font was trash. Kyle versus Renier Dorito was decent. Charles Oliveira versus Max Holloway was one of the worst fucking fights I've ever seen in my entire fucking life. Alberto Montez getting the submission was cool. That shit was garbage. Charles Oliveira completely ruined that event with his lay and pray fighting style. That shit was terrible. MMHA apparently bet $10,000 on Max. Well, that's a damn shame. That's a damn shame for MMHA. Isn't he like a big Oliveira fan? I think he was like crying when Topuria knocked him out. That shit was garbage. That shit was painfully boring. Yeah, there's nothing more fucking BMF than two dudes hugging on the ground. Than Charles Oliveira stalling in fucking control positions. Round after round searching for chokes. That shit was fucking gay, bro. That shit was gay. Charles Oliveira completely ruined what the fuck the BMF title stands for. You're expecting people to go in there and fucking have a goddamn scrap, a slugfest, not fucking 5 rounds of control grappling. Fucking Charles Makachev, Charles Chimaev. That shit was trash. Never comment on this sport again. This wasn't Hamzat versus DDP or Islam versus GDM. It was an aggressive grappler who was winning striking exchanges and consistently attacking submissions and ground and pound. No. Max Holloway had a fucking tiny cut on his face. That shit was boring as fuck. He was attacking submissions about like 5% of the time, and 95% of the time he was just fucking holding on and ruining the event and ruining the fucking the BMF title. That shit was trash. Ilia Topuria is the BMF champ. He knocked him the fuck out, and that was actually entertaining. That shit was boring. The stream is set on shorts mode on purpose. I have both. It's like a multi-stream. I have the shorts, and then I have the regular one as well. But yeah, Ethan Ewing, that's a gay comment. I doubt that you're the actual real Ethan Ewing. But if you are, your fight against Malcolm Wellmaker was more entertaining than that dog shit ass fucking boring performance from Charles Oliveira. That shit was abysmal. That was like a sport killing kind of performance from Charles Oliveira. That shit was god awful. It's a fucking MMA fight, not a hugging competition. All right, that shit was garbage. Stalling in control positions and not advancing towards a finish is not fighting. Yeah, Charles Oliveira, he had multiple submissions locked in. It is what it is. That shit was not entertaining at all. That shit was trash. What's up, YV Lit? How you doing? Did you watch that terrible UFC card? Those who say it was boring are casuals. Go watch boxing or Muay Thai. Yeah, God forbid people want to watch actual entertaining fights, right? You go watch grappling, bro. Go watch wrestling. People want to watch like MMA fights are supposed to be actual damage being done and motherfuckers trying to beat the shit out of each other. Stalling is penalized. The majority of what Charles Oliveira was doing was just stalling on the ground. That shit was trash. That was a fucking snooze fest. And a majority of people think so. It's just like fake hardcore fans that want to be like, the technicality of his jujitsu was so good. Get the fuck out of here. Nobody thought that shit was entertaining. That shit was garbage. What's up? What's up? Does Charles usually grapple? I don't watch barely. I mean, usually he's more entertaining than that. He strikes more, and he actually goes for it than just he laying on top of somebody for 5 rounds. My problem with the card is why was a fight like Durden versus Jargal or whatever his name is even on the card? I agree. Honestly, it feels like a Chimaev versus Duplessis too, for fuck's sake. Yeah, no, for sure. Chimaev versus Duplessis, Islam versus JDM. That shit was boring as fuck. And if you're in here saying that it wasn't boring, you're just like being a performative hardcore fan. Like, oh, bro, I thought it was entertaining, bro. You're a casual, bro. I watch every fucking fight card and I want to see entertaining fights. I want to see wars. I want to see scraps. I want to see motherfuckers going back and forth. I don't want to see somebody lay on top of somebody else and fucking just go for submissions for 5 rounds, not get it, and then win a fucking boring ass decision. Charles Oliveira is not the BMF champion. There's nothing BMF about that fucking performance. That shit was garbage. If it was a regular fight, I wouldn't even be this mad. But Charles Oliveira went out there and just fucking sullied whatever the fuck that belt stands for. They should not even have put that belt on him. What, going out there and fucking hugging him for 15 minutes or for 25 minutes? Made a fucking mockery of what that shit stands for. That shit was trash. No, it's not that. Of course, a grappler would do grappling. I mean, yeah, but I mean, he struck more often with other fighters. He knocked Gaethje down with a punch. He did more striking with Dustin Poirier, landing nice knees in the clinch. He tried to strike with Ilia Topuria and he got fucking slapped. But still, that shit was not entertaining at all. Why would Charles box, idiot? He already got a glass chin. Yeah, that shit was trash though. It was boring as fuck. Yeah, he had a great game plan and it was fucking boring as shit. I called it. I knew to AJ. I mean, bro, AJ's fucking main event curse is crazy. I had a feeling about Charles. I was worried about his ground game. I was worried about the grappling. I thought that he was actually going to be able to submit Max, but Max was able to defend, and Charles just fucking held on to him for 5 rounds. That shit was super fucking boring. Terrible. Terrible main event. Charles Oliveira completely ruined that card. I went 8 for 12 on picks. I picked Holloway, but fuck. Got Bohalio. That shit was so fucking infuriating to watch, bro. Yeah, bro. It was so badass how fucking Charles just took him down and held him down for fucking 4 minutes. every single round. Wait, let me Charles. I fucking blamed Hamzat for being boring against DDP. I blamed Islam for being boring against JDM, and I'm blaming Charles for being boring against Max Holloway. I'm always going to blame the guy that fucking chooses to hug on the ground and just stall in control positions. That's how it is. Why did you not like it? It was fucking boring. Just how good is Ilya? He's fucking great. Seems like you lost money. Don't bet. Follow God. I didn't lose money. I actually won some money. I didn't bet on that fight. But that shit was boring as fuck. Oh, now you with the heavy hate. Yeah, that shit was garbage. I hate that fucking fighting style. That shit's boring as fuck. I hit 1,200. Charles by decision. Charles played safe. He knew that if he tried to stand up with Max, he would get an ass whooping. Max just showed that he was ready to defend submissions. If it was a bit more violent, yeah, that shit was boring. That shit was boring as fuck. Boring bullshit of a fight, 100%. Sup? Can tell you're not a real fan. I can tell that you're a casual. Go watch kickboxing, casual. Go watch fucking grappling. That shit was boring as fuck. If you would have immediately submitted him, it would have been any different. Submit or beat up and hold. I mean, if you immediately submitted him, it would have been great. It would have been over, and we wouldn't have had to sit through fucking 25 minutes of Charles Oliveira laying on top of Max Holloway. That shit was trash. Yeah, it was such a dominant grappling performance, and it was boring as fuck. And then Joe Rogan and DC talking shit. You're a casual. If you don't like that performance, go fuck yourself. Go talk about fucking Muay Thai steel tie cups and how it's a fulcrum for arm bars, Joe Rogan. You fucking 5'4" roided up fucking moron. Why don't you go try kickboxing? Plus, did you listen to DC voice tracks? They were killing me. That shit was boring as fuck. We did good, just main event wrong. Yeah, jiu-jitsu guy or wrestler. Brother Max got hit hard on the feet too. Yeah, for sure. And the moments that Charles was actually striking with him and making it entertaining, he was doing well. Vertical ZK, yeah, we in here. That shit was boring as fuck, bro. All he did was go out there and fucking hang on to Max Holloway for dear life, avoiding actual fucking combat. That shit was terrible. Nobody appreciates boring ground control. Like, get fucking real, guys. Like, come on. Submissions are cool. Ground and pound is cool. Fucking a grapple heavy decision is fucking boring ass shit. That was one of the worst fights I've ever seen. Charles Oliveira does not deserve the BMF title, not even fucking at all. Shit was trash. I was having a great night, bro. I fucking hit my parlays. Kyle Bahalio won by decision. I needed that. And then fucking I was like, oh, yeah, here we go. We got this main event coming. And then fucking Charles Oliveira went out there and did that bullshit. That shit was fucking lame, bro. Max Holloway should have had better takedown defense, and Charles is still lame for his fucking game plan. Like, imagine being crowned the BMF after that fucking performance. That shit was trash. I'm picturing Jorge Masvidal reacting to this fight right now. Yeah, bro, you would call fucking Charles Oliveira a crotch sniffer. Didn't you see the knee, my Charles? How can it be boring? That shit was fucking boring, bro. The last 2 seconds were hype. Yeah, bro, the fucking last 2 seconds where they actually decided to swing at each other. That shit was garbage. Gunnar Z, how much did you have on Holloway? I didn't have shit on Holloway, bro. I had a small like dollar bet with fucking that font sold anyways because I'm an idiot and I bet fucking font, and Raul Rosas Jr. went out there and did the same fucking shit with his ugly ass, fucking laying on top of Rob Font for fucking 15 minutes doing absolutely nothing. But yeah, I fucking won. I won a decent amount. Bet $10, 140. Nothing crazy, nothing huge. But I didn't lose any money on Max Holloway. I just wanted an entertaining fight, and that shit was boring as fuck. People can think that a fight was boring without losing money gambling on it. I didn't bet money on DDP versus Hamza. That shit was boring as fuck. I didn't bet money on JDM versus Islam. I won money on Islam Makhachev. That shit was boring as fuck, bro. That shit was fucking boring. Why didn't Max defend takedowns and get up if you think he's a real BMF? I mean, because he's fucking going to go out there and actually fight and not just lay on top of somebody and hug them for fucking 5 rounds. Winning a grapple-heavy decision is not BMF behavior. LL, I feel you. My wife's boyfriend is trying to make the UFC. I fucking hope he makes it, bro. Is that Ian Gary? Everyone from TriStar Gym is in GSP, bro. Why do you pick Rob Font? Because I was fucking hoping that he could actually like learn how to sprawl after 20 UFC fights, but he's a fucking bum. and Chihuihuis just went out there and laid on top of him for fucking 15 minutes. I was like, maybe Chihuihuis is going to gas out and Font's going to land that jab on on Raul Rosas Jr.'s boxing mid of a face. But nope. It was a bad pick for sure. No, my Rob Font pick was fucking terrible. I guess in hindsight, my Max Holloway pick was fucking terrible. But it's like I was expecting Charles to actually be able to get the submission. Like I thought that if he was going to get to his back, he was going to be able to choke him out. But no, man. I don't know. That just sucked, bro. It could have been more exciting, but I also like them both so much. I'm glad they didn't beat each other up a bunch. I would have rather have seen them beat each other up a bunch. I'm not going to lie to you. And yet Drew Dober proved that he's fucking indeed racist. No, I'm just kidding. But fucking dude, Drew Dober knocking out Michael Johnson after he's like, hey, man, I hate the memes talking about how racist I am. And then he goes out there and knocks out another black guy. Like, come on, Drew Dober. You're not fooling anybody, buddy. So do you want to say GSP was boring too if Charles was boring? I'm pretty sure if I was watching the UFC at the time GSP was champion, I would have probably thought that he was fucking boring because I know that he had a lot of wrestle-heavy decisions where he just took people down and laid on top of them to decisions. So yeah, I probably would have said that GSP was boring. I don't like lay and pray, bro. It doesn't matter who does it. Doesn't matter where you're from, what your fucking religion is, what language you speak. If you go out there and lay on top of somebody to a fucking decision, I'll hate that shit no matter who the fuck you are, bro. I don't care. Yuri Prochazka is one of my favorite fighters. If Yuri Prochazka goes out there and fucking lays on top of somebody to a decision, I'd fucking hate that shit. But Yuri Prochazka is one of my favorite fighters because he's actually super fucking entertaining. He goes out there and puts on a scrap every single goddamn time, goes for finishes and beats people the fuck up. And that's the type of shit that we want to see. Fucking Yuri Prochazka versus Charles Oliveira for the BMF title. Well, let's run that next. The prelims were okay. The prelims were all right. The event should have ended with one fight between Gregory and Hulk. That's it. I agree. Just another fight night. It doesn't promise anything and delivers something pleasant. Yuri's a goon. Yuri's a fucking maniac, bro. I fucking love Yuri Prochazka. He's the man. That dude is most certainly has something wrong with him, but I fucking love it. I don't care. But bro, fuck, dude. That shit was so fucking boring. I guess we can break down the whole card. Let me go ahead and start from the beginning. Rodolfo Bellato fucking exposes Luke Fernandez. Luke Fernandez sells everybody's parlays early. DR Nurgajai versus Rafael Tobias. DR Nurgajai wins a decision here. Rafael Tobias' striking was fucking butt. Suma Derji wins a decision over Jesus Aguilar. Jesus Aguilar was too small to close the distance. Couldn't have any success with the wrestling. Suma Derji pieced him up at range. 9-inch reach advantage. Niam Jargal, Tumen Dembarel, how's that pronunciation? Versus Cody Durden. Kind of decent fight going back and forth. Cody Durden just doesn't really have it anymore. He was able to get good takedowns, but Niam Jargal was able to get the reversals every time. Alberto Montez versus Ricky Tercios. Ricky Tercios was looking pretty good early, but then Montez was able to start landing his counters. Was able to wrap up the Anaconda choke early into round one. Beat Ricky Tercios, or early into round two. Beat Ricky Tercios up in round one. Ricky Tercios came out, shot a takedown. Got his neck snatched up by Alberto Montez. Dante Johnson versus Cody Brundage. Holy fuck, Dante Johnson is not that good. Cody Brundage looked like Cody Brundage looks. And Dante Johnson won a split decision against Cody Brundage. How the fuck is that going to happen? I can't wait to bet against Dante Johnson against anybody good. Cody Garbrandt versus Long Zhao. Long Zhao would have won if he didn't fucking kick Cody Garbrandt in the dick 3 times. Fucking kicked him in the balls. Kicked him in the balls again. Cody puked. He was all pissed off looking at Long Zhao from across the cage. Fucking looking all mad. He ran over to him, tried to hit him with a flying knee. Long Zhao fucking knees him in the balls again and then gets another point taken. And then Cody Garbrandt runs away for fucking the last remainder of the fight, wins a 28-27 decision. Gregory Rodriguez versus Bruno Ferreira. RoboCop gets his revenge, knocking out Bruno Ferreira. Those guys, I feel like if they fight 10 times, they're going to, like, RoboCop's going to win 5 times. Bruno Ferreira is going to win 5 times. Like, these two dudes are both super fucking powerful. They don't have that great of strike defense. So it just depends on whoever lands first. Like, these dudes are a coin flip. Like, they're just going to knock each other the fuck out every time. Drew Dober versus Michael Johnson. Michael Johnson was looking good in round 1. He looked fast. He was landing solid punches. Drew Dober does what Drew Dober does. He knocks out the black guy. He has those melanin-seeking missiles in his hands. and he's not beating those allegations anytime soon. Raul Rosas Jr. versus Rob Font. Rob Font has had 20 fights in the UFC, and he still hasn't learned how to fucking sprawl and pull his leg back from a takedown. Raul Rosas Jr.'s ugly ass wins a decision. Super boring. Lays on top of Rob Font for fucking 15 minutes, and that shit was trash. Don't know why the UFC is pretending that this kid is marketable when he can't even fucking talk. Kyle Bahalio versus Rainier DeRitter. Kyle Bahalio smoked Rainier DeRitter, beat him up for 3 rounds. Rainier DeRitter was just trying to clinch and hug against the cage. Kyle Bahalio has showed solid takedown defense, was able to get it from the ground, keep himself safe on the ground, and he whooped Rainier DeRitter's ass. And then the fucking BMF title. Charles is not the BMF champion. They should have never put that fucking belt around him after that bullshit ass performance. Went out there and laid on top of Max Holloway for fucking 5 rounds, looking for submissions, wasn't able to get him. Max Holloway can't defend a takedown to save his fucking life. Charles Oliveira went out there to hug to a win for the BMF title. That shit was terrible. Come on, bro. Charles Oliveira was landing devastating elbows on Max. See Max's face, bro. He didn't just lay on top. He landed some 12-6 elbows. I'll give you that. You look poor. I'm not that poor. I bet I have more money than you, though. The first breakdown of the night. Charles is better than Max for me. I mean, Charles is definitely better. He fucking went out there and won, but that shit was super boring. RoboCop gets a top 10 shot again. ZK in full force. That shit was trash, bro. That was a trash-ass main event. Raul Rosas Jr.'s performance was terrible. Bro, people fucking that want to come in here and say, go watch kickboxing casual, you need to fucking eat a bag of dicks. All right? People want to watch entertaining fights. People want to watch people go back and forth. People want to watch wars. Okay? There are reasons why fights that go into the Hall of Fame aren't fucking fights where people just wrestle to a decision. All right? It's fucking shit like Zhang Weili versus Joanna Jędrzejczyk. That was a better fight than this bullshit. It's fights like fucking Dustin Poirier versus Dan Hooker. It's fights like Yuri Prochazka versus Glover Teixeira. It's fights like Robbie Lawler versus Rory McDonald. It's fights where guys go back and fucking forth, beat the fuck out of each other on the feet, go to absolute war, and not just fucking lay on top of each other for 5 rounds, having boring ass fucking performances, bro. That shit was trash. Go watch kickboxing. Fucking suck my balls. How about that? You go watch grappling. Go watch fucking ADCC competitions. That shit was garbage. What's up, Paku? How you doing? ZK in full force. You're damn right, bro. I'm not fucking letting anybody tell me this shit was entertaining. I don't give a fuck. Most of the fights tonight were sloppy. They were, bro. A lot of them were. Who had a clean performance? I would say, I mean, RoboCop, he got that 1-punch KO, but I wouldn't call that a clean performance. Who had a fucking clean performance? I guess Charles Oliveira, even though it was boring as fuck. Kyle Bahalio looked pretty good. Rosas Jr., trash. Drew Dober, I mean, got a good knockout, but he was looking a little... I mean, he looked pretty good. Drew Dober had a nice performance. RoboCop, solid. Garbrandt, not good. Dante Johnson, fucking terrible. Alberto Montes looked clean. Alberto Montes probably had a very clean performance against Ricky Tercios. Jan Dragal, Cody Durden, Sumaderji, Jesus Aguilar. Sumaderji looked good. Darren Nurgajai versus Rafael Tobias. That shit was fucking terrible. Darren Nurgajai has no grappling, and Rafael Tobias has no striking. Rodolfo Bellato versus Luke Fernandez. Rodolfo Bellato was getting pieced up early. Luke Fernandez has a glass chin, gets knocked out by Rodolfo Bellato. Roll? Nah, that shit was garbage, bro. Laying on top of somebody for 15 minutes is not impressive. That shit was trash from Boxing Mitt Face. You look like JD Vance. You look like your fucking mom sucks my balls for a living. I guarantee he would never say any of these things to this guy's face. Yeah, no shit, because they know how to fucking fight, bro. That's generally how that works. I don't think MMA Guru would say anything to anybody's face either, right? That long-limbed Chinese dude looked clean. Yeah, Sumaderji looked good. At the end of the year, if Charles doesn't defend his title against anyone, people will probably still think that Max is and still is the BMF champion. Yeah, if it's not Max, it's Topuria. It's definitely Topuria because Charles Oliveira did not win the title after that bullshit. White House was trash. It was, yeah, no, I don't think that Bo Nickel deserves to be on there at all. But I mean, the industry plant Bo Nickel, they just fucking love his nuts for some reason. Robo versus Fluffy, I like that fight. I think that would be solid. If RoboCop is smart, he's going to that body. If RoboCop is smart, he is going to that body for sure, 100%. Because Fluffy has that soft stomach. Good lord, man! What a fucking abysmal main event! I like all that hype for that shit. Good lord. Tom signed Eddie for a reason. Gone versus Alex. Yeah, Tom is probably going to most likely go to boxing. 321 and 326 stand out at the worst cards in recent memory. Is 321 Islam versus JDM? Oh no, Tom Aspinall getting fucking blinded by Cyril Gahn, the French cheating piece of shit with his stupid baguette fingers. Yeah, no, that show's terrible. Yeah. And then Jalton Almeida laying on top of Volkov for fucking 3 rounds. No, yeah, for sure. That was also terrible. Will Tom leave UFC? Maybe. I mean, I'm not sure. I mean, obviously, Cyril Gahn versus Alex Perez for his vacant title, so it's possible. I don't know. It's for an interim, though. Is it actually? I thought that that was for the undisputed. I might have just not seen it properly. Wow, Charles Oliveira. Way to fucking ruin the fucking event with that bullshit ass. That shit was abysmal from Charles Oliveira, bro. It was technically impressive, but it was boring as fuck. Just like Islam versus JDM and Hamza versus DDP. That shit was terrible. These main events have been fucking killing me lately, dog. Me too, bro. I've been fucking getting my ass whooped with the main events. I got Volk and I got Mario Bautista. Other than that, I've gotten them, I think, all fucking wrong this year. Yeah, I picked fucking Fluffy. I'm retarded. I picked Patty. I'm retarded. I picked Max. I'm fucking retarded. Yeah. Painful. But yeah, bro, I guess I'm gonna make my my recap video and cope and fucking yell about how boring that was. But yeah, John or Connor, none of them fights in White House. I don't think so. No, I mean, I think that was one of the fights that it was so annoying when the stream went black. Yeah, it's true. I switched over to the multicam. John or Connor. Yeah, I think that one of those fights fell through, and that's why Hunter Campbell was all stressed out, and Dana White was talking about how one of the fights got canceled. But yeah, bro, that show was fucking boring. I want to go ahead and make my full card recap video. Essentially just bitching and whining about how I hate control grappling to decisions. But yeah, boys, I appreciate you for tuning in. I heard Cal Dawkins replaced someone. That's the fight that fell through. He stepped on a short notice. I have no idea, though. Where'd you hear that? Try to send it to me if you can. But yeah, boys, it's midnight. I'm going to recap this card, or I might just fucking go to sleep and then recap it tomorrow. But yeah, boys. Dana said RDR looked like he didn't want to be there. He didn't. He couldn't get the fucking takedown, and he was just like, oh, fuck this. Rainier the Quitter got his ass whooped. WKZ, I appreciate you for tuning in. Paku, you too useless. And Banger, thank you, Harara. I appreciate it. I know that this fucking shit was kind of short, but I don't know. I'm tired. ZK, yeah, bro. Every time these main events happen, I'm always just so like, I don't know, frustrated. What do you think of the White House card? The way Sean O'Malley was talking, I think he's doing it for free. Really? That's crazy. It's 3 a.m. here. I'm trying to forget this bizarre BMF fight. And mind you, I'm Brazilian. But Charles' performance was hard to watch. Dude, that shit was fucking boring, bro. I mean, you would have expected Charles to go out there and strike a little bit more. Like, I mean, he had his moments on the feet, but just like, fucking try to entertain the crowd a little bit, dude. Went out there and did the same thing he did against Michael Chandler in the second fight. But yeah, man. Ilya Taporia is the real BMF champion. Charles Oliveira got chinned fucking less than a year ago. It's Ilya Taporia all day. But yeah, boys, thank you for tuning in. Peace out for now. Go ahead, like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and have a good night. Peace out.